Building a personal brand is hard. I understand. It's hard work. It's no joke. You got loads of work to do. And with that, there's a lot of stuff you need to learn and a lot of stuff you need to unlearn, as I said in my previous videos. But the thing with hard work, you need to be diligent, you need to be consistent, and you need to have that level of discipline to ensure that you keep going. You can't afford to give up in your pursuit of success, in the pursuit of the things that you really want to achieve in life. You cannot afford to be quitting and giving up. I'm telling you, there's times you're going to feel tired. There's times that you may feel that it may not be going the way that you want it to go. But I'm here to tell you that all work works. Yeah. Matter of fact, let me share my screen real quick and we can get straight into this one right now. Let me share my screen. All right.
Somebody feels like if I'm not a millionaire by next Thursday, it's just not worth my time. But what they don't realize is that all work works. And the work that you're working on is also working on you. And when you're working on something that feels like it's not working, it's because it feels like it's not working for you. But here's the question I have for all the people watching right now. Are you willing to let the work on you long enough for you to become the person for whom it can work? That's the question. Somebody feels like,
are you willing to do that work long enough for the work to work on you? Because the work is either going to work for you or it's going to work on you. And that's what I realized from listening to Myron Golden. I've listened to quite a lot of his content and he's helped me a lot in terms of reshaping my perspective and what that pursuit of success actually means for me in the long term. And hard work, you have to grind, you got to put in the hours. You need to put in your 10,000 hours plus in order to get to that stage where you are a professional, an expert in your field, a key person of influence, an obvious choice. All of those things come down to you doing hard work, right? And with my previous experience, when I was blogging and building up my sort of career, my name as a music blogger, music journalist, that all came through hard work. And though it didn't come into fruition in terms of my aspirations at the time into going into the music industry and the music business within that realm of things, that taught me a valuable lesson that the work that I'd done, all those years of the work that I did at the time worked on me. It made me a lot more diligent. It made me a lot more disciplined. And it taught me a lot about the importance of consistency. Consistency is the thing that's always going to see you through, right? In this life, it's a marathon, it's not a sprint. You need to be diligent with the way that you are focused on each step of the way. And with each step of the way, you have to show consistency, a level of consistency that outworks the competition, your peers, whoever is within your industry or your field. What work are you doing to ensure that you are always doing more than your competitors or your peers? That's one thing that you need to bear in mind. My experiences of writing all that content has shown me that over time, although it may take longer than anticipated, it will work. You just need to keep going. You need to keep going and getting them hours in. And no matter what, you will reach your goal. You will reach the destination that you are ordained to reach. You know what I mean? Let me play this one real quick. Hold on.
here's how God designed things. They're supposed to stay hard until you get better. That's how God designed life. But it's hard. Everything's hard until you learn how to do it. They're supposed to stay hard until you get.
Everything is hard until you learn how to do it. All of us, whether you can ride a bike or not, let me know in the comments if you don't know how to ride a bike. But the point is, when we were taught to ride a bike, not all of us knew straight away. Matter of fact, none of us knew how to ride a bike straight away. We had to learn. We had to get into the routine of doing it to then learn. So then it becomes easier. So then it becomes something that we're able to do. And through that, we always end up going to the next stage. That's why it's important to really live life with that growth mindset mentality, because when you have an understanding that life is hard, the work is hard, the process of getting to where you want to get to is hard. It's not easy. If it was easy, do you think everyone would do it? Everyone would be in the positions that they are in because it's so easy. The people that you see earning millions of pounds doing whatever they're doing, millions of dollars, they're just speaking in all sorts of different arenas, all of that stuff. They done the work when no one was seeing it. They done the work when it wasn't cool to do the work. And for that reason, they are now shining. They're now in a position where they have been blessed with the opportunity to serve. And through serving, they have been in a position to generate loads and loads of money and just blessings upon blessings because they stuck to the mission that was presented to them by God. You feel me? And that's why I say you need to be a believer in yourself and a believer in a higher power to show you that there are ways to go about it. You just need to show that level of consistency and that discipline. There's going to be many obstacles and many things in the way that's going to sort of take you off of your route or trying to distract you from what your mission or objective is. You can't fall for that. It's 2026, man. You can't fall for that right now. You need to really focus and be intentional with the actions and the steps you're going to take. Because if you're really serious about changing your life the way that you claim, then you need to get the work done. And when you do the work and it doesn't go to plan, remember that it's working on you. You're becoming a better person through the process of doing it. Me doing this content and recording content and me committing and saying I am going to do 1,000 days. And the thing about me, there's two things you should know about me, right? One thing is I thrive off of people telling me I can't do something, because you telling me is like, who are you to project your insecurities onto me? Who are you to do that? Considering you need to focus on building that level of consistency and that discipline within your life before you come and talk on other people and how they should be building whatever it is they're building. Don't let anyone project any of their insecurities or their fears onto you. If you say you're going to do something, then you stick with it and you stick right to the guns to say, this is you, this is what you're doing, and this is why you're doing it, and no one is going to stop you. Why should anyone stop you? I'm here to inspire because I know how it feels to be in a position where you feel stuck. You feel like you don't necessarily know the way out, or you don't necessarily know how to do better in a situation, how to navigate it in a way where you can actually see the light at the end of the tunnel. I've been there. So for me now, I'm letting you guys know that if I'm doing this, then this is a no-brainer. You should be doing it too. You, whatever it is content-wise or whether it is in terms of building your personal brand, you need to focus on building and showing that level of consistency and repetition, in order for you to then excel into where you need to get to. No one is special. No one is special. Me, I'm not special. I just know a lot about hard work, dedication, consistency, and perseverance because I've had no choice but to but embed that into my life and to what I'm doing in order to get to the destination that I'm trying to get to. Especially me working for myself as an entrepreneur, self-employed. Now I have nothing to fall back on. The level of stability now is a stability that I now build for myself. Those are the building blocks. And through that, of course, it's going to be hard. However, all work works. The work that doesn't necessarily go to plan, it works on you. You become more stronger, you become more resilient, and you become the person that you were born to be in order to progress and get through those storms, to get through the fire, to get through those flames, for you to be a lot more stronger in your pursuit of the success that you want to get yourself to, right? Come on, man. I'm just dropping the real life gems right now because there's going to be videos where we talk about all sorts of stuff, AI, we talk about personal branding, marketing, PR, but sometimes it's just really just the mindset and just talking to you right directly and letting you know that if you are not willing to put in the days and to put in that level of sacrifice for you to better your life, what are we really doing here? What are we really doing here? Let's go.
Better. The reason they're hard, the reason the thing you're working on is so difficult, is so that you will get better while you figure it out. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Okay. How does work work? Work works over time, but work works in his time. One thing you don't want, you do not want to ascend before you're ready. Before you are ready to stay there when you get there. Can I tell you something else you don't want? You think you want it, but you don't want it. You don't want to ascend before he's ready.
And you know what? When he puts it like that, I realized there were moments in life where I felt I was ready, but I wasn't. I just wasn't ready in regards to that. So now, with the way that everything has fell into place, through all the lessons, through all the trials and tribulations, you could say, through all the experiences that has got me to this stage today, now I can say without a shadow of a doubt that I am now ready to go through and climb the mountain in order to get to the goals that I've set myself. The goals are extremely ambitious, extremely aspirational. It's a £1 million personal brand. People are going to be looking at me. They're going to be looking at me as the person I am, as a young black man, and they will tell me, or they will be thinking, who am I to aspire so high? Or who am I to even think that I can even generate that amount of money, or that I can even think or fathom like that? But you can't let anyone sway you from your journey, and you can't let anyone trick you out of your position. If you are ordained into the journey that you set yourself forward, all is left for you is to take that journey. And don't get me wrong, the journey can be a lonely journey, it can be a hard journey, and it can be extremely difficult, but you need to keep going. And as mentioned, there will be moments in time where you feel you're ready and you just weren't. When I thought that I was more than ready to get into the music industry in that regard, I didn't get it. I was broken from that in that sense. I didn't know what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to pursue. But through refiguring out things and redeveloping my skills and refining it, it really brought me to a stage of where I'm at now. And I'm in a much more stronger position to really take things to a whole new level. And it all comes down to the journey that I set myself and the skills and the foundations that has brought me to the stage where me saying that I'm going to do something is just law. It's just, that's it. If I said I'm doing it, then I'm doing it, and that's it. Nothing can sway me from that positioning. Don't get me wrong. In the journey, you make iterations, you make tweaks, you make changes, but the foundation of what you said and what you set yourself forward to do is what you need to do. That's what you need to push forward with.
Here's what it says. Ecclesiastes 3:11, he hath made everything beautiful in his time. And see, here's the interesting thing about it. God does not show us his calendar. He's like, well, let me send you this Google invite. No, you ain't getting a Google invite from God. No, you just got to work and trust that it's on his calendar. And it's going to work when it's supposed to and not before. See, you spend so much time cursing your curses and lamenting your lamentations and crying over your tears that you don't allow yourself to keep working through it to become the person who can do the thing eventually.
Listen, I'm locked in. I'm locked in 1,000 days. I'm locked in. I want you guys to lock in. Whatever it is that you are choosing to lock into, please. The personal branding deadline, the bubble's going to burst the 30th of November 2027. I'm going to say this in as many videos as possible so it can sink in for you to understand the way that this world is evolving and changing with AI and personal branding. You cannot afford to not start building from now. You cannot afford to. If it was a case where you could, I would not be on this video talking to you right now. I'm telling you for a fact. And when you start small, build up, and take time. The things that you want to do, be consistent with it. If you say you're going to do it, be accountable for it. I'm documenting the process in real time so I can show you guys, firstly, that you need to be a person of your word. You need to be, if you're going to say that you're going to do something, then you need to do it for yourself, first and foremost. That's what you need to do. When you stop making excuses and you stop lying to yourself, that's when things really start to transition and change. And when I started to hold myself accountable for everything in my life and take responsibility, and I use that as a way to be forthcoming with how I navigate and how I move forward, that's how life changed for me. And we thank God for that. And there's still so much more to do, but this is me documenting the journey in 4K, HD, however you're watching me, to let you guys know that this is a journey worth pursuing. You building your personal brand is a journey worth pursuing. You will not regret the opportunities that present themselves on the other side, but you just have to get out of your head and get started. Please, if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want more video content like this, where I just drop it just straight on mindset, just telling you what needs to be done, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know in the comments your thoughts. If you want to see more videos, let me know. And I will catch you tomorrow. Bless out.